Hey guys, it's Blair.
This is Brittany, and this is Chronicles of B&B. So, anyway, Blair, what will we be talking about today?
Today we are talking about young love. I don't even know where to start.
So, what do you think young love is?
Okay, so this not even, false love. I'm talking about this like real head over heels. This is like, I know your mom, you know my mom, you could come over my house. Like, yeah. Like our friends, maybe possibly friends. This is where that starts.
Yeah, young love, oh my gosh, it's like heartfelt. And it literally, it's complicated too because like you go through young love when you're like going through puberty. So it's a bunch of different emotions tangled all up in one. See, with false love, you're kind of like, oh, this is my first boyfriend, it's my first girlfriend, I'm going to be with them, we're going to work it out, it is what it is. Oh, let's meet up at basketball games and stuff like that, and then you guys are together for like a year, and like that's that. Young love,
I didn't make it a year. Sorry.
Young love, y'all are literally that fairy tale story. Y'all are going to get married, you're going to have kids, you're going to live a lavish life, you're going to love each other forever. And it really works out for some people. Like, young love literally might work out for some people. Some people really might marry their high school sweethearts, and they really
that is a beautiful thing. Okay?
Yes,
it's beautiful.
It's a wonderful thing. They made it through college, probably went to separate colleges, made it through college together, married, lived the best life, like, just wonderful. Fairy tale. And then you have the non-fairy tale where you are just literally with your young love, like y'all are just literally in love, and it just brings nothing but heartache and pain. And it's really
we're happy first before we get to
my gosh, young love, you are so happy. That puppy
love.
Yes, that puppy love stage is real. Like you, oh my gosh, lovey-dovey. You guys are always on the phone, always texting, always with each other. Oh, let's go here, let's go there. I'm gonna catch the bus to your house. Yes, my mom's gonna drop me off. Is your mom gonna pick me?
Listen, young love get the families involved, like
for years, and then young love literally can last into your 20s. And you literally, at some point, it's just like one person grows up and the other person doesn't.
Or you both grow and you just grow in different ways.
Yeah,
sometimes you both do grow, but definitely growing in different ways.
Yeah, and then at different times, it's probably not at the same time, at the same level. And by the time one person gets there, the other person's already fed up and far gone. That it's just literally not working out. Like, strong emotions are involved when it comes to young love. And it's just like, what do you do with all those emotions that come with puberty and figuring out what...
And crazy.
I mean, some people act crazy. Not all people act crazy. You probably did act crazy. I mean, my false love wasn't my young love. My young love lasted a long time. And when I say I was like immersed in this relationship, like I was immersed and embedded in it. And even though I knew like, Bert, you should really probably get out of this, and I just didn't. And I literally stayed because like the love that you have is like completely different. And you're like, oh my gosh, I finally found somebody who loves me for me. I'm having like the best time of my life. And then once that puppy love stage is over, it's like real life. And you're trying to balance growing up and having a social life and maintaining a relationship. But in actuality, in high school, you want to have fun. You want to date other people. I mean, I was content with dating who I was dating. He wasn't content with... I mean, I'm not going to say he wasn't content, but I mean, he wanted his cake and eat it too. That's the problem with young love because it's so young. And when, especially guys, when they hit puberty, they just see like chicks and like, I want that one, that one, that one, that one. And it takes them a while to be like, all right, I'm going to completely settle down and be with this one chick.
I don't know. Well, I had a somewhat different experience. In the beginning.
No, in the beginning, lovely.
Oh my goodness. In the beginning, he was all about me. Like,
and then it became a you and you and you.
Yeah.
It's always lovely in the beginning.
That was my boo. Like, listen, promise y'all, let me tell you about. We was gonna have like 4 to 6 kids. Okay, he was gonna be a professional athlete, and I was gonna be this trophy wife, and that was gonna be like our happily ever after, and it was gonna be awesome, and it was gonna be awesome, and it was gonna be great. And, clearly it did not end up like that. But it did. But part of the reason it didn't is because, relationships are meant to be 2 people.
Not 3.
And there became more than 2 people in the relationship. And it became too much.
All I'm going to say is sometimes you can't let cheating pass on by. Like, the first sign of it or the first time they do it, I really think that it should be addressed in a harder, stance than what someone should be. Oh my gosh, you cheated on me. You know what? I'm just done with you this and third, and then you turn around and go back a day later. No, that's not putting your foot down.
It wasn't a day, though.
I wasn't even talking about it, just you. Oh,
I'm not going to front. It happened, I was like, oh my God, I'm done. It's over. And then I wasn't done.
No.
And it was far from over.
Girl,
it lasted years.
Past
that incident. And then that's how we got more people involved into the relationship.
Yeah, sometimes young love, it shows its signs that the relationship has run its course. But you become so content and comfortable in the relationship that you forget what happiness really is. You forget what your own personal happiness is, and you learn what your partner's happiness is, and that's the happiness that you eventually develop. Forgetting yourself.
But I also think as girls, even, I feel like I wanted to be like the best girlfriend I could be. Mm-hmm. So
preparing yourself to be his wife.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So it's like learning to let things slide. Like you learn to let things slide because initially you don't. Mm-hmm. So you learn to let things slide. You learn to let things go. And you're like, no way. I just, I want it to be me and him. So I'm not even going to worry about this. He'll stop doing it eventually. So it's okay for us to just stay together. Let me tell you something. I had this boy, it is a lie. I had this boy tell me that it was he couldn't decide between me and this other girl. And I just was like, okay, but I'm going to still be here. What was wrong with me?
I don't know, because I heard boys tell the chick, oh, I love you. And then we went out to dinner that night. That's what I'm saying.
Don't do these things.
No.
Those are signs that if you cannot be his number one, first off, no.
And people say,
no, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. It's not about being his number one. You should be the only one. Mm-hmm. Because at some point I thought I was number one. So I'm not going, if I'm number one.
Number 2.
Yeah, listen. I'm not going, if I'm number one, then I can do this because I'm still first.
No, I should be the one and only. But see, some people might look at it and
something wrong with that logic.
Some people might look at it and be like, oh, y'all just dumb, this, and third. No, literally, when that's the love that you think is love, and you really immersed in it, and that's really what you want, and that's really who you want to be with, and you want that to be the father of your children, you want to build with them, you want to live the rest of your life with them, you really settle. You settle. You really do. And you don't even know that you're settling because you're still young. You're still young. You don't even know what you really actually want. But as you get older, you start realizing, I know that's not what I want. I know I want to be treated better. I know that I want somebody that is about me. I know that I want somebody that looks at me and gets butterflies anytime they see me. So it's just kind of your young love is very crucial sometimes in your life. It's a little rough patch. It's a rough patch that you can definitely learn from. And then it's a rough patch that will
I think it prepares you for the next situation or the next relationship. But I think I think young love is still important though. Like,
Yeah,
where
you
I
have
could
to go through
possibly,
young love. You
do.
have to.
I possibly could go without the false love.
Yeah,
I feel like you need everything to get to a point where you like understand who you are and all of the lessons learned. But I definitely feel like I could do without false love, but young love, no.
Because it literally
I wouldn't give that situation like up for anything.
Would I have lasted as long as I lasted?
No.
I wouldn't have.
No, but give it up altogether, no.
Because I feel like you have to go through certain things to appreciate the greatness that is going to come towards you. Because my young love, it was just tragic. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I really thought it was me and him to the end. And then in the end, I was like, you going to do me like that? Like, the one who has been right, what Beyonce say? 6 years? Why did I deserve this? Like, no, I didn't deserve that. But I was just like, you want to do that to me, of all people? Like, the one who held you down, the one that's been there every step of the way through your ups and your downs, pulled you out of a lot of things, helped you with a lot of things. And we had a great connection, but we were on 2 different pages. At some point, you really start to realize what you want isn't what that person wants. And it's really okay. Like, y'all started out lovey-dovey. Y'all started out great. But as time went on, certain things you didn't want anymore. And they weren't willing to change for you. And not necessarily mean change, but correct themselves. If people can't look within and correct themselves, that's the issue.
I think the thing is you sometimes the holding on is you're still holding on to what you feel like is the ultimate goal, or what is to a certain extent like the fantasy.
Right.
Like, so at some point, once he like acknowledged that there was someone else he was also seeing, but like I was his girlfriend, but like she was his girlfriend too. At that point, it should have just been done. But I was holding on to this like dream that not even just I had sold myself. It was something that he and I had both discussed that we both wanted. So I'm holding on to this dream and this life that we have like built in my mind.
Right.
So I'm like, it's cool. I'm going to stick it out because in the end, you know what? He going to choose me. But then, how about I had to choose me?
Right. Yeah, you do. You have to think about yourself. I'm telling you, like, I just felt like it was a huge weight lift off my shoulder when I decided to like walk away. But that's why I say young love can be complicated, because you really think that that is your end all or your be all. Like, you really think that that's the love that you're supposed to have. And then sometimes you also think that because you'll probably go to a family function or one of your friends' function or one of his friends' function. They be like, oh my gosh, you guys are still together. That is so cute. You guys should get married. When are y'all having kids? This, that, and the third. And then in your mind, you're like, okay, we can do this.
When his mother is asking you when y'all gonna have kids, oh, well, you swear you in.
Yes.
Like, I was like, ha, she asked another one at.
You do. You be like, oh, all right, I can do this. I really can do this. Listen, his mom
mama's being on it.
Is his mom. And don't you
One more time.
His mom is his mom.
His sister, too.
Is his sister. Okay?
She
don't
ain't
you ever
your
forget
sis.
that. No, that ain't your mom. No ring on her finger. That's not, even when there is a ring on the finger, you still got side eye a little bit.
His. Okay.
Still got side eye. Just a smidge. Not too much, just a smidge. But you really think like, all right, I could handle this. I could deal with this. We really might make it, because on the outside looking in, everybody thinks that we're great. But you gotta really, you're the one in the situation. It's not great. It's not. But then, like I said, you have some young fairy tales that really work. It really works out for them.
Shout out to everyone that is married to their high school sweetheart. You guys, you made it. Just like you made it. We're so happy for you, okay? Like, seriously.
You made it through that young love stage. That is a rough patch. And then you have, like, you young going home crying to your mom. And she like, baby, it'll be okay. There are plenty more fish in the sea. But you don't want to hear that. You want that fish.
Like that one. I thought I put my name on it already. And the rest of these little heifers, they're trying to go off there what I already put my name on.
Right. And the whole time he probably telling people that y'all not even together anymore, or I don't have a chick. We just talking. I'm telling you, it has a lot to do with puberty. And then like
no,
I just feel like people shouldn't get together. When they say date at 16, I don't really think you should date at 16. When I say that, I don't think you should get a boyfriend at 16.
Yeah, but that's not dating.
Yeah, no. All right,
dating.
let me rephrase that. I don't think you should get a boyfriend at 16. Do I think you should date? Yes. Because you do need to know how men treat you. I wanted a boyfriend. Yeah, and look at how that turned out. Yeah. I'm just saying. Having a boyfriend at 16, I don't think that you're mature enough. I really feel like you're still growing in puberty. Like, I really feel like that's when puberty hits.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just, I
think everybody just be so quick, I turned 16, I'm gonna go get me a boyfriend. Not knowing that, especially for females, we're still learning how to control our hormones with getting our monthly friend. So you still learning how to deal with that on top of like probably the high school stressors that you're going through, on top of like just the peer stressors you're going through, your household stresses. You know, at 16 you argue with your mom left and right, your siblings left and right. So I'm just saying, like,
it's my bestie now though.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. But I mean, as you get older, your mom does become your best friend. But when you're in your teenage years, you're like, yo, this lady drawn. She just don't want me to be with Bull. Like, all right, I'm not crying at her no more. I'm going to just cry to somebody else. No, the whole time, you need to talk to your mom because your mom was right. She was right.
But my mom loved him.
My mom liked him too. Like, she loved old boy. But, I mean, she picked her daughter over. I mean, you know.
True.
Because they're not going to sit back and keep looking at you treat their child horribly. And I'm not saying that females are never wrong in the situation. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm talking my perspective, my point of view, and how I felt a sense of betrayal because I was all that I could be. But that's what you feel like in young love. Right now, I look at it and be like, Brittany, you was just dumb. Like, that's all.
No, I wasn't. I was holding him down. I was loving him. You know, I was just being that wifey to him.
Without the ring. Like, how, Sway? You cannot be a wifey to somebody.
First off, you don't even know what a wife is at 16.
No! Oh my gosh, in high school, we had to put together for our senior project a wedding. A wedding.
I got an A.
When I say I did not care about that,
took it very seriously.
I did not care.
In my wedding, he and I got married. And I believe you were one of my bridesmaids in my wedding.
You were one of mine too.
But I took it very seriously. In our project, he was my husband. He was who I was marrying. I even knew a song I was looking down the altar. Okay?
I didn't.
This is how serious I took this.
No.
Do you want to know how much I wanted to cost?
How much?
I want to know.
How much was y'all? How much did it come up to?
You know, between like 30 and 50
dollars.
No, yeah.
No, I didn't go that far because I didn't care about it. I'm 17. I just got done running track. I do not care about who I'm going to marry. And you know what? I'm glad
I was marrying him.
I'm glad I did it because I'm not married to him. I'm not either.
That's how I'm feeling so damn hurt.
I'm not even talking to him. We're not even together. Like, but it took a while for me to get to that point. It took a couple steps, a couple measures. It took some self-reflecting. I had to figure out what was best for me and what I wanted in my future. And I realized I didn't want the crap of him in my future because after years, you still were bringing other people into the equation. So when was it ever just you and I?
I think the craziest thing for me looking back on it is, you know, I swear I have like all this self-confidence. Like, y'all can't tell me nothing. Like, I'm cute, I'm pretty, like, and I can see that because I can tell another. And I can see it because I can tell someone else when they're pretty too.
But that,
no. Right. So, I feel like I have all this self-confidence. But then when he said to me, oh, well, you know, it's between you and her, like who I want to be with. And me just being like, okay, sure, you know, let me know. Where was my self-confidence at that moment? Like, where was my self-confidence to be like,
I don't even think...
You know what?
But see,
I'm worth more than you deciding whether you want to be with me or her.
But I don't think it was lack of self-confidence. I really think that you really
was dumb. Because that was dumb.
That was dumb. You were so in love with him. Like,
I was.
I'm telling
but
you.
He wasn't that in love with me?
No.
Because I wasn't choosing. It wasn't know what to do. It was me and him.
The obsession that comes with young love is serious. Like, you become obsessed with that person. Like, you really do. And not obsessed in, like, a disgusting, like, stalking kind of way. You just literally become about that person. Some people might see that as a distraction. It wasn't a distraction for me because I was still out having fun and living my teenage life. But I just feel like it develops an obsession. Like, as
I was obsessed. I didn't act like I wasn't. So
I was obsessed, but then after a while, I mean, it kind of just wore off. No. No. I mean,
no. I mean, clearly it's going down.
Yeah,
but
it started wearing off for you.
No, then it would come back though.
Yeah, but
it was a constant in and out.
It wore off.
Yeah, it was a constant in and out. He and I had a very on again, off again relationship.
Yes.
Because sometimes I would come to my senses and be like, hey, I deserve more.
That's not healthy either.
Then he would call me and I would be like, oh my God, wait. But I love him.
But then you know why that on and off again isn't healthy, because when you're off, you get yourself in a little bit more trouble. I mean, that one summer, we kind of just was out there just having fun. Not like that, but we kind of were just like, left both of them alone. We were just out here doing us, and we had so much fun, and it was just like, kind of got in trouble, but didn't really get in trouble with them two fools. One of my false loves. Yeah. One of her just dips, but it was my false love, but anyway, bring it back. So, the effect that young love will have on you is it's crazy. It's really crazy. And it was to the point, I just found out that my young love was living a double life with like me and somebody else. And I was just like, oh.
At least he tried to hide it from you. Mine just was like, this is what we're doing.
I think
we might as well have been sister wives at like 16.
But I would have rather that and right then and there. No. For him to tell me right then and there, and I made that decision as opposed to being with you for all the
really dumb decision that I made.
But, that was your decision. Now, I'm talking about from my.
He took the option away from you. He took your choice away.
Yeah, he completely took that choice away because I didn't get to choose if I wanted to stay or not. I stayed whole time. It was somebody else that you were with, and you were doing like at this point. I'm just kind of like we didn't have anything special because the same stuff you were doing with me, you were doing with her. So what was special about anything that we did? I don't even want to redo. I just want like a new love, like somebody I'm just immersed in. That's what I want. I don't even want to redo. Young love did it. Over with. Now it's time for the adult love.
Young love. I'm definitely over it. I would do it all over again. It was over. No, I would. I learned. I got so much from it. No, I got so much from it.
Okay, but would you do it all over again and expect the same outcome, or do it all over again with the knowledge that you have now? Because I would not do it all over again with the same outcome.
I would do mine all over again. Same outcome and everything. Only because it got me to where I am.
I feel like, but I don't know, because it's two different extremes. Like,
I was saying my situation, I would do my situation again. I would.
See, because y'all didn't end on like hard.
No, we didn't. We ended on a mutual like, okay, we're not happy together anymore. Yeah. This isn't working out. It's not what we thought it would be. It's not what we even planned. Because at some point we planned.
Right.
And it wasn't even what we planned to be. So ours was like, okay, you know what? I love you. You love me. But we kind of got to go ahead and part ways this time. and for good this time.
Yeah, mine ended with "I love you, but I love me more, so I gotta go," kind of thing, because it was too much back and forth, and I just realized I'm getting too old for that back and forth and for the same scenario. I'm coming over your house, it's hair everywhere, you got the chick stuff in your house, you ain't even decided to clean up your house. Like, no, we weren't together, but we were working towards getting back together.
She didn't call me at this point because we would have totally been locked up. I didn't find out till afterwards because we'd have been locked up. Okay,
I'm just saying. So
I don't even get into that.
When I left and never looked back. And I felt like it was just such a weight lifted off my shoulder. And I was like, it's really time for me to move on with my life. See, God gave me signs. He gave me signs.
He be like throwing like flag on the plane. You be ducking the flag like you didn't see that.
I ducked the flag so hard. It's not even funny. I ducked them. I constantly ducked them. I ducked them all the time. I ducked them. But then I went a good stretch without talking to him for a while. It was like for a while.
Yeah.
And I should have stayed.
And then the phone comes. Yeah, phone calls start.
I should have stayed away.
And the text messages start.
Then you start going over and seeing each other, and then you start spending time together. Start going to family functions,
and then you in love all over again.
Yeah, man, they just pull you right back in. And because you start thinking about all of the old times, you start thinking about all the old stuff that you did together, and you be like, all right, this time might be different, and it might be different. You really think that, and then you realize it's not. It's not. So for me, my young love, if I had to do it all over again, I want to do it all over again with the knowledge that I have now. I don't want to do it all over again with the same outcome, because that was a complete disaster. Like my young love, when we first broke up, we should have stayed broken up.
Like the first time.
Yeah. And I shouldn't have never let that first time of cheating go over so easy, because it was just down here from there. Oh, she cool with it. And then like he would act like little stuff. Oh, what if so and so happened? How would you feel? Because it happened to one of my mans. And then I give my response, and then he be like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Whole time, bull talking about himself. Like I was
we're done with him. Yeah.
No, that's like never coming back. I told you I'm ready for adult love. Immersed. Love you.
Oh, this is a new word. I can't.
I'm ready for my fairy tale love. So that's young love. We all have to go through it. We all learn from it.
Make sure you learn from it.
Seriously, because you will literally repeat it all over again if you don't learn from it the first time. Like, you literally have to learn about it. You learn about yourself. You learn about men. You learn about self-care, self-worth. Like, if you don't learn from your young love, you're going to do it all over again and be 30 and do it all over again. At that point, it's just like, you're too old to be going through this. You really are. You should know what you want, when you want it, how you want it, and leave it at that. And if he can't give it to you, or if she can't give it to you the way that you want it, then you leave it alone and you move on to the next person. Like, there's not enough time in this world to continue to waste on anybody.
I agree.
Yeah. So, that's our segment on Young Love. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Comment if you want to tell us about your young love.
We would love to hear you guys' stories because, listen to ours. So, thank you. See you next time.